here early for karaoke. Probably, maybe, possibly one of the last times I'll be coming out to this place, but depending upon where I'm moving, I guess I should say. But the other night when I was at Keegan's, I had ordered a drink and still had that drink, and a guy had offered to buy me a drink. So I let him, and I don't know what happened, but somehow I believe I was drugged. I try to think about how it could have happened, but the drink was ordered on one side of the bar, that's sort of like a circle, and where I was sitting was on the other side, so I don't know. I would have to ask the bartender, and I was completely out of it and had to have an Uber home, and thankfully a lady helped me, and it was just completely horrible. And I was too, disoriented to really, contemplate and figure it out then what was going on. But perhaps, he gave it to the guy who was ordering it for me at first or something, and then maybe the guy was like, oh, maybe he was able to do something to it, and then he was like, oh, well, here, this is for her, not me. I don't know. Or one thing I was thinking as I've tried to figure this out is when the drink was put in front of me, I hadn't noticed it, and then the guy who was buying me the drink, he wasn't sitting near me, but he came over and he touched the glass and said, I told him not to make it too sweet, because I had said I wanted a Long Island, but I didn't want it to be as sweet as they normally are. And so I've tried to look up online today to see, can somebody drug you by even just maybe touching the outside of the glass? Because inadvertently I would have touched the outside of the glass, and then maybe I would have touched the straw, for example, or something like that. All I know is that I was so, not delirious, but so just completely like a fog, that I was putting my head down, and someone was shaking me, someone beside me was shaking me gently, and the bartender, who I knew, Brian, was trying to say something to me, but I could see his lips moving, and I knew he was trying to talk to me, but there was nothing I could make sense of what he was saying, and it just wasn't normal. I've definitely had, two of those drinks before from even there, and not had any problem. And I don't get in the car and drive. I always am staying for hours, and I will stay even longer than I think I need to, so I know that I am fine for driving home. But this was very different, and I don't feel like I even really made a dent on the drink that the person bought for me, but I certainly did drink some. And what I looked up was that roofies, but it takes about 20 minutes to take effect, and I don't know how long it was, but all I know is that it was this overwhelming, a debilitating kind of, me being assisted to the bathroom, and then I was literally sitting in the bathroom on the toilet for, I was told by someone, it was over an hour when they came back and were concerned. And then it was a different person who ended up kind of helping me. I couldn't even pull my jeans up. She helped me. She called an Uber for me. She paid for it because, I was just that out of it. And this kind of thing happened one other time to me, and I had thought that I had drunk too much, and that was at a place in Portsmouth. And I feel like I knew the DJ, and I knew people there, that I wasn't thinking anything was wrong. But when I was describing to, and this had probably happened a month before, when I was describing it to a karaoke friend, and I was describing just how awful I felt, I felt like I was going to die. I was hanging over the toilet, I had never felt like that before. She said to me, it sounds like you were maybe slipped some kind of drug in your drink. And I was like, oh, I was thinking, no, that couldn't be, because not that I know them real well, but I would trust the waitresses and stuff from there, and I hadn't left my drink except for to use the bathroom, and I was sitting with a man and a woman, and no, I didn't know them, but when I had, they just, I don't know. And then I think, well, maybe you just trust too easily, and maybe they are friends of an enemy of yours, and you just were completely, yeah, maybe something did get slipped into your drink when you went to the bathroom. And this last time, I just think the man came over and oddly touched my cup as he was saying, and I try to think, where did he actually touch it? Did he touch the rim? Did he touch, I don't know. I just tend to not think wickedly. I don't think evil of people. I don't naturally like defer to thinking, yeah, I guess I'm too trusting, and so I feel that I was drugged. I feel like the second time was worse. It was just so yeah. And I think, if I drank, I mean, first of all, I already try to watch my drink or hold my drink if I'm dancing, if it's allowed, because some places want you to not bring your drink onto the dance floor. But I think just for safety, it really is better to go with a friend, to go somewhere with somebody, when I'm married or dating seriously, to be in a safe situation if you're going to drink anything. But I really don't think that either of these times, now that I really think about it, I don't really think that it was me over drinking, because really just barely touching the second drink shouldn't have been too much. I think the most I've had is 3 drinks somewhere, but this was just so debilitating. So this is just a note to myself, and if I end up posting it, it's just a warning to be cautious. And if you're like me and tend to be a little bit more on the naive or trusting side, to be more